we do it with the objective. Everything that we do it with the objective of getting our person back in the beginning. This is our motivation. This is what creates that discipline, right? And if you've ever heard me talk about 3 stages, there are more stages of this journey, but when we talk about this journey from the perspective of our growth as a divine feminine, we go up the bridge, then we cross the bridge, we go down the bridge, and then we find ourselves in our garden, right? So the first stage, you go up the bridge, the discipline that you have for yourself to heal, to grow, to love yourself, to go to healing sessions, shamanic sessions, to discover your path, everything that we need to do on this journey. Your discipline is created by your masculine because you want him back, because you're in longing. You cannot imagine your life without him. You cannot imagine ever being at peace and happy and not crying on the floor every single day. This is how much we are in longing and in pain, and they create this discipline for us. But this is exactly what is supposed to happen. We're meant to break each other to the very pieces, to be able to heal every piece of our existence. The feminine heals the soul, the masculine releases the karma, right? Teamwork. But the moment will come that you will cross the bridge and you will do this for yourself, for humanity, for your mission. It will be so much bigger. But right now, he is your motivation, and that's okay. But it's actually good because yes, you are in denial. Yes, you go in and out. Remember what we said in previous part. It's like, is it my twin flame or is it a false flame? How this can be possible? It's pure madness. But in the same time, you accept that certain things have to happen for growth. No matter what it is, it will help you grow. That challenges are needed in life to grow and to expand. And you guys, and again, I always say this, there are many ways we can awaken spiritually. Many people awaken spiritually, many people become spiritual teachers, many people walk the path of healing. But doing what I do, from my experience, no other journey is this crush course. No other journey that the twin journey pushes you so hard. Yes, it's because of the pain. Yes, it's because of the longing. But no other journey pushes you so hard that we literally change from 1 month to another. This is why I always say to women who are confused, because there's so many, again, 90% of women who think they're on a twin flame journey, they connected to a karmic catalyst. And again, I've done a bunch of content about this. You can go and watch it all on my YouTube if you want to dive deeper into these topics. But I always say to my feminines, the biggest proof that you are on a true twinning journey is that you change, I want to say every month, but you guys, in reality, every day. Every day. Because the longing, the love, the passion, the pain that comes from this person, the other half of you, pushes you to have discipline, to grow. That's why I always say to women who are not on this journey, if you look back and you haven't changed for a month or 2 or years, some women, they think they connected to their twin flame, but the years go by, they haven't changed. Burning little sage and believing in karma is not being spiritual. Spirituality is about tapping into your soul, releasing your shadows, wanting to be a better person, wanting to serve, wanting to love, wanting to forgive, wanting to change this world, to change this planet. This is who we are. This is our mission. But in the beginning, the pain is so great that we need that push, and that push comes from your person. They like this carrot on a stick for you, right? I would do anything to get them back, to see them again, to be in their arms, anything. And if that anything means to stripping the layers of my shadows, to throwing myself to the pit of the hell of all my traumas, I'll do it, and I'll be happy to. That's how it looks like. It's part of the journey. But because of that, we get the gift of this crash course. And we achieve, like true twinnies, the growth. If you really surrender to the journey, the growth that we achieve in 5-10 years, it's what people work on lifetimes. In 1 year, we become completely different person. But you do have worry as your last card as well. I'm learning that worry doesn't change the outcome. I don't think you're you're learning that just yet. I think you're worried this collective. I think you worry what's going to happen, what future is going to bring, how is this going to turn out. All I can tell you, you just have to power through this. It will get better. It will get better. I could tell you that it will get better in a year or two, but it won't matter because on this journey, every month feels like a year. Every week feels like a month. We live in dog years, right? But ultimately it becomes a blessing because once you are healed, for healed people, time slows down because we live in the moment. We're not waiting for anything. We're appreciating the sunrise and the smell of coffee and a beautiful cake that we can enjoy from time to time. We enjoy life, travels, and fashion and music and dancing, whatever is it that you enjoy, even just a normal day spent at your house. I'm deviating and I'm rambling, but that's how I channel. Maybe it's something that the right collective you need to hear. That yes, it will be pain. Yes, you will live in dog years. Yes, you will spend the next months, if not years, crying on the floor, missing this person. You will go absolutely boo, cuckoo de lulu. But this is the greatest gift. This journey is the greatest gift. You will experience things, see things, hear things, feel things on a level that so few of us can. All right. Let's tap into, I want to tap into your energy right now, right? What is your, and so we know more or less, but I want to confirm, watch the previous part so it makes sense, but I do want to confirm what's the energy of your connection right now. Hit us with some guidance, source. Judgment. I'm hearing, to be honest, awakening with this judgment. It's like, I feel like this collective, you would be awakening to this journey. Because, yes, it's true that oftentimes the feminine, from the very moment of meeting your divine counterpart, you start seeing signs, synchronicities. The term twin flames is being shown to you online, or you start, suddenly maybe you hear someone talk about this and suddenly it resonates, it makes sense. You start the discovery of what it is. But it takes a little while because it's such madness in the beginning, right? We just feel like, okay, so that person is my twin flame, it's a destined connection, so it's a little crazy right now, but we're going to be together, right? If it's destined. But to truly awaken that this journey is a journey, it will take years of healing, of self-discovery, of mission, of amazingness, of pain. I feel like you're awakening to this, to the depths of this journey right now. To the meaning of this journey. I feel like you're also assessing for the first time. Remember your first card, that self-love? It's that kind of energy. It's like you're looking back, what this really is. We have the Emperor. I'm going to do 2 more. I'm not liking this Emperor, to be honest. I feel like this is your energy. I'm seeing the Forcerer card. We have Strength and we have the Chariot. All your first cards are major arcanas, right? This is an important moment of your connection. Things are happening. And I know that from an outside observer, even yourself, you would say bad things are happening, crazy things are happening. But I will teach you this today, that I want you to remember forever on this journey. There is no good or evil. It's an illusion of physical world. Everything in life is truly neutral. It is what we choose to decide that it is. How we choose to see it. So if this person ghosts you, for example, right? You can choose to be like, oh my God, it's horrible. They're ghosting me. How they can disrespect me like this? Why is that happening? I just want to be with this person. Or you can neutralize this and choose to see, this is what universe is giving me. Universe always gives us what we need. What can I take from this? What do I have to learn? Because whatever happens to you, and it's a universal truth that most people refuse to believe. What you have in your life is what you attracted and what you allowed. So what is it within you that you need to heal to remove this? To never accept this? Maybe it's not believing the first word that this person tells you. Maybe it's not accepting breadcrumb. Maybe it's accepting that they're wounded and they're probably going to do this. So until they prove otherwise, just be a little more cautious and respecting yourself and having stronger boundaries. This always is a lesson. I feel like things are moving forward right now, but not where you would want them to be, because you're still in your ego. Your soul understands that certain things need to happen for you to grow, but your ego doesn't get that. Your ego wants your person. Your ego wants a happy ending. But you wouldn't get, I say this to all my twinnies on the journey, you wouldn't get a happy ending now. You're both wounded. You would drive each other crazy, even if someone would lock you together in a room with no possibility of escaping. You would end up just like looking towards other directions and not speaking to each other, because you would drive each other insane. Because you're reflections of each other. Deep reflections. And until you heal completely, for most part, you're not going to be able to hold the potent frequency of this connection. It's like you're awakening to this journey. You know it's meant to bring strength, to bring change, to bring forward movement, but you're not yet fully understanding. Let's do another row. I want to do some guidance for you as well. Five of Wands. Five of Wands. You're fighting it. I don't know why I'm guided to read through this, because every deck has, I have a booklet here because it's a new tarot. I recently just got this. So let's read through this because I'm guided. But see, look at this card. There's a reason I said to you that if you were put in this person with one room, you would be giving each other's backs. I feel like it's like there's this conflict with everything right now within you, with your person, with yourself, with the world. Wands. Five of Wands. All right. Here we find a small conflict, the simplest one we will encounter in the minor arcana. I'm not so sure is it that simple for you. The argument taking place is an ego-driven quarrel. It is one of those that seems to be very important in the moment, but then with time will seem quite insignificant. One day, yes. One day you will expand, one day you will learn, one day you will understand. So the question to ask yourself is, are you really fighting for your values, for what you believe in, or is it just an ego-related issue? Try to distance yourself, observe from a neutral position, and evaluate. In these cases, the solution is to try joining forces rather than trying to prevail. Sometimes the battles we are fighting are not our own. We have been dragged into them. Is this perhaps the case? Always ask yourself whether it's worth using your energy and your power this way. I feel like it's also this drag, because I was hearing as I was reading this dragged into the wounding of this other person. For a very long time, us feminines, because we are natural healers, but we ourselves are not yet healed, so we still have that healer wound. And knowing who this person is to us, it's like we want to rescue them, we want to save them, we want to help them, but we cannot. You cannot. Part of this journey is to become sovereign beings, lone wolves, independent beings. We have to embark on a journey of solitude to heal on our own. There's a final chapter of this journey when we heal together, when we're ready to start walking towards union, right? And then we grow together, we expand together in union. But this deep healing, the core wounds healing, the thickest layers, they need to be healed to each their own, because we're teamwork. What did I say to you? You're going to heal on the level of a soul, your person's going to heal on a level of a karma of a mind, right? The masculine and the feminine, the 3D and the 5D, the sun and the moon. We're teamwork, we work together, but we're supposed to do different things on this journey. That's why we have to go different direction. But it is true that in a moment we are in so much pain and so much longing. We start to awaken, the Kundalini rises, we're remembering past lives, we're remembering traumas, we're remembering all the wounds from this life that are coming to the surface. So it's horrible. And in a moment everything seems so serious, right? Everything seems so serious. I feel like, remember what we said in previous part, that you never acted this way with any other man. So probably whatever this person does to you and like treats you with any other person would be like, whatever, blood bleed, I'm not gonna even talk to you, buddy. But here it's like, why is this happening to me? Because the intensity of facing the reflection of your own soul in another. You're not being that drama queen because him, because it is a reflection of you. For the first time, you're seeing you. And one day you will look back, whether you want to believe me or not, one day you will look back and it will all seem funny. Remember when you were ghosting me? Sorry, you shouldn't be laughing. 7 of Cups, confusion. It's like I feel like this collective, you want to take a decision, but you're confused. You're running away. You're running in between your mind and your heart. You want to take a decision. Maybe you even say to yourself, I'm not going to be able to accept this for a long time. If this person doesn't change within the next X amount of months, or if we're not get together within the X... You know what universe does when we say these things, and spirit team, what they do when we say these things? They laugh. It's going to happen exactly the way it was supposed to happen. Accept this now. You cannot run away from this journey. And I say this all the time. Yes, we have free will. So we can say, no, I don't want to do this, right? But it will only cause cycle repetition. Because this journey is a coronation of your lifetimes. It's given to old souls. It's such a privilege. You cannot quit from this journey. Because even if you'll say in a stubborn way, I don't want to do this, I want a soulmate, I talk about this all the time. Sooner or later, it will circle back because the mission is too important. You will only cause a life of confusion and suffering for yourself by refusing to heal. Maybe I'm not sounding in the best, like, it's a gift. Trust me, you'll be fine, this collective. 9 of Wands. One more. Maybe I shouldn't have said this to you, but you guys know what I always say. Yes, we have free will. Yes, we can screw things up. But all you need to do on this journey is to surrender to the healing. And we have Hermit. We have this at the bottom of the deck before. And it's on top of that Chariot. I'm looking at that crow. Maybe crow is important for you. Maybe you've seen or heard a crow. I just heard. But we have Chariot and we have Hermit. I feel like this collective right now, you're a little bit confused. It's like you subconsciously maybe feel that some doors are opening, that there is some sort of a forward movement, but you're still in your mind, you're still not understanding that the next forward movement that will happen for you will happen through healing, for the journey of hermit, for the journey of looking inwards, for the journey of going deeper. Forward movement right now is not going to be your person returning. Okay. There is a little bit of resistance. There is a little bit of armor. There is a little bit of confusion, exhaustion, conflict, right? But it's good. Things are brewing. You're awakening to what this journey truly is. The day will come. You will have zero doubts. Zero. It has to happen. The confusion, the conflicts, all the gunk that you need to heal within, it has to come to the surface. How else would you heal it? All right, I want to do some guidance for this collective. What is it that they want you to focus on right now? What's the message? You're gonna do some oracles. Hold on, let me just put that aside. Because I keep looking at that ghost. He's so cute. I mean, look at him. Ah! He's so cute. Cancer. In and out. That's the theme right now. Ghosting and hot and cold. We all been there. All right. What's the guidance for this collective? What is it that your guides want you to know? What is it that your guides want you to know? Sound healing, that's interesting. Balance. One more. I'm sorry. Sound healing. Sound healing is your first card. So maybe that's something that you need. Maybe that's something that this collective would help you to calm your mind, to calm down. Maybe music is important to you. Everything in our body vibrates at a natural frequency. Our body is very responsive and sensitive to sound. It can be in sync with external rhythms through sound therapy. Relaxation, calmness. So sound baths, handpan music, hearts music, or simply soothing sounds of nature. Maybe that's what you need to connect in a little bit more, to connect to the frequency of your soul. Maybe you need some sound baths. Maybe you need, they're showing me there's this, it's not that I'm suggesting this specific one, but there's this in Hungary, there's this place in the mountains that they have the biggest sound ball in the world. They literally put you in it. And they do like sound healing sessions. But I'm not suggesting you're supposed to go to Hungary. If you live nearby, you may, but maybe there's sound baths, and you can even find sound baths sessions online. So maybe you need a little of that sound healing to tune into a little bit more into your body, because there's a lot of anxiety, there's a lot of nervousness, worry in this collective right now, and you need to balance. You need to balance. You're in between your mind and your heart. Trust your heart. Trust your heart. If you're still here, if you're still watching, if this is your collective, if you found this video and it resonated, right, until the very end, everything resonated, trust me when I say this. This is your person. This will get better. It was meant to be. It's a gift. Trust your heart. Our own mind is our biggest enemy on this journey. I feel like you go into extremes right now, this collective. And we have, what are you avoiding? What are you avoiding? I was looking at this card because I also feel like there's a lot of nonsense and misconception online about this topic, the mirror work, right? That if the masculine is avoiding is because you're avoiding yourself. It's not that easy, right? As they say. But it is true that we're a reflection of each other. So he's avoiding you because he's teaching you to face your femininity and your destiny, right? The woman cannot be focused on a man in a divine order. You can go to my website and there's a section divine love or divine order, it's called. And there's a triangle between divine feminine, divine masculine, and source and God, however you want to call it, and how the flow is supposed to look like, right? So we sort of have two types of flow. One flow between the feminine and the masculine is the one I always talk to you about, that we give through our hearts, men receive through their hearts, they transmute it, they give through their sacral, we receive through our sacral, and we rise this energy to the level of the heart, and that's how the flow moves. But there's also the flow between masculine and feminine and God. Us feminines, we have to look towards God. This is why, as long as you're looking first towards your masculine before you and before God, because you are the reflection of God. So when a feminine puts men first, it's you are rejecting the reflection of your divinity and spirituality within and looking towards ego, because men represents physicality, physical world, ego, right? So in that flow, you have to look towards God, through your womb, through your mission, through your divinity, through your femininity. And when you do that, God blesses your masculine with everything that you both need in this physical world for him to become the protection, the provider for you. With devotion, he looks towards you. You look towards the universe always. There's a reason that came to my mind. Maybe you needed to understand that. There's still something within you that you're avoiding. Remember part 1, we said you are wearing a mask. You're afraid of your own self. You're afraid to be yourself with him. If you truly believe that he's your soul connection. I always say this to my feminines. The easiest way to attract your masculine is by being you. In the beginning, it will trigger him because he is still in a place of ego, in a place of shadow. But ultimately, it will trigger him towards healing. We always are each other's biggest inspiration. We have solar plexus as well. Solar plexus, maybe you have some blockages in your solar plexus. Maybe you should address that as well with some sound healing. But solar plexus is our confidence, is our alone wolf energy. I want to read through this for you. Solar plexus chakra is the energy point located in our stomach. It deals with willpower and independence. This energy point defines our relationship with our path and purpose. It mainly blocked by shame, which can result in codependency, lack of boundaries and healthy attachment style, people pleasing, creative blocks, or lack of drive and ambition. Remember, it's only through independence and strength of our spirit that we can reach our path of alignment. You are asked to activate your alone wolf energy. Where you're making yourself small to fit in. You're making yourself small for your masculine to accept you. You're allowing him to dim your light. But it is you. You still have codependency. You need to address your codependency and lack of boundaries and healthy attachment styles. We've talked about this in your last card. That's when I was laughing. Patience, my dear. Patience, my dear. It's going to be a long journey. But once it's done, you will look back. It's not going to seem that long. The only reason it seems that, you guys, what's 3 years? What's 4 years? What's 5 years? In the whole lifetime that we have, it's nothing. But it's because we live in dog years and this connection is so intense that it's hard to grasp. But it's really not that much. You need perspective. Patience is one of the greatest virtues of true divine feminine. She sits in stillness. She trusts fully, surrenders to the divine plan. She understands that linear time is just an illusion of this physical world and that it is not her dominion. Remember, things are happening in rooms that you're not at. What you see is only a link to the chain, link of a chain. Your spiritual guides have full visual of your path and paths of those connected to you. So trust in their guidance. Connect to your heart and crown. Anchor yourself in gratitude and the moment of now. Practicing acceptance of what is. You are being prepared. Your soul knows it's already yours. And this is where we're going to end this. I hope you have an amazing day. I wish you all the strength in the world. If you need support, you know where to find me. And yeah, I'll see you tomorrow.